Hey YouTube, it's your boy Widgie here, coming at you with some more Age of Mythology Extended Edition, and this is a fantastic game. I hope you guys are really going to enjoy this. Please there's going to be a bit of a cringe factor here, bear with me. This is my first ever ranked game on Age of Mythology, the Extended Edition. So all we're going to do is just click that unpause button, and of course we do see myself, Widgie1, on the bottom left part of the map, playing in the red as Lakota. And my first game, what have we got, ladies and gents? We have a good old mirror. One of the hardest kind of things within RTS games is understanding a mirror matchup. It's a little bit more difficult than, you know, an unmirrored matchup, or one where, you know, you're playing against a different kind of civ. So we're going to see how this one plays out. But yeah, all I can say is, ladies and gents, is just bear with me, because I still don't really have any full idea of an opening build order. Nothing. I've got no clue, guys. I've watched maybe a couple of videos, and I've obviously casted a few games previously on my channel, so if you want to go check that out, feel free to. And there's going to be lots here that I potentially do wrong, and what I want from you guys is I want good old constructive criticism. You know, very sort of strong there on the constructive side. I want you guys to tell me what you think I'm doing wrong, what I could improve on. Simple tips and tricks, that kind of stuff would be fantastic. So we're going to have a sort of just focus on myself a little bit more here. We do have Sartiel. Sartiel here, or Sartiel, sorry, is playing on the top right part of the map in the blue as Loki as well. I was going to say Lakota for Age of Empires 3. Like, the muscle memory is very, very strong. Something that I like that he's done here, he's put a house next to these settlements. That's kind of cool. He's just put one here. If we turn Fog of War on and we switch over to Sartiel here, you can see that he's put this house here. I quite like that. So you can see if that's going to get taken. That's quite a good idea. You can see he's just wandering around here, and he is getting his ox cart. I had a feeling when I was playing this that that he was a little bit more experienced than me, that he's played a lot more games than me. We'll see that as it unfolds. But yeah, I'm getting that kind of feeling that this isn't his first rodeo. It's definitely not going to be his first ranked game. It might be, but most of the time it's not going to be. But one thing that I really love about this game is it's so sort of... When you load up the extended edition and you look and you see the people in lobby, it says there's like 40 people sat in the chat, right? So you think to yourself, this game's like dead. It's 100% dead. But the minute you go to quick search and you search for a ranked game, it's so quick. It's quicker than Age of Empires 3. You could get into a game within a minute. I know that's probably because of my rank. You know, I'm sort of 1530 or something. I think you start at 1600. So obviously I've dropped down a bit. After this game. That's my current rank anyway. I've played a few after this one, but this is my first one here. So yeah, I've really noticed that, which is nice. Anyway, let's have a look at the production queue. Let's have a quick look at resources here. So units wise, I'm a little bit low on the villager. I'm one below him. I've got a lot of pigs though. I've collected a lot of pigs, which is really, really nice. Let's have a look at the resources tab here. So you can see that Sartiel is probably ready to start aging up. And he's just going to continue doing what he's doing, though. He's just going to keep going. He's not going to be aging. He's got 3 people on wood. Now, I did see a guide that said if you have any more than 2 gatherers on wood in the archaic age as Loki, you're doing something wrong. I don't know why, but apparently you're doing something wrong. That's all I'm saying. So we're going to have to see how that plays out. But yeah, so it looks like he's going over to the north side here for the hunt. And look at this. What do we see? We see Sartiel doing a very, very aggressive temple here. So he's going for a Hersa rush, which is kind of like the main thing with Loki. The way that I see Loki is the way I see Russia in Age of Empires 3. In Age of Empires 3 with Russia, if you don't know, you always build a blockhouse. Pretty much always put a forward barracks into the middle of the map, and you're going to be putting pressure on. And that's pretty much how Loki 95% of the time I think works out. He's very aggressive. I like being an aggressive player in these games, and that's why I've picked Loki as well. But guys, let me know of any other kind of civs, any other civs or major gods, sorry, that are similar to Loki in how they're being aggressive. That'll be really, really cool. So he's going up with a Forsetti here. And let's have a look at myself. I haven't even got into the next stage yet, so he's definitely ahead. I have fewer villagers than him, so I'm definitely doing something wrong here. You can see I'm starting to put houses around the tower. I remember seeing that before. So that's quite good. And I'm just getting the hunt on this right-hand side here. And then the Fog of War, I do not even know that there is a temple out there. And yeah, my Ulfsark here hasn't really scouted a great deal. So there we go. I'm going up with the Forsetti as well. So we're both going up with the same thing. He's got way more villagers. I must have done something terribly wrong. He's put a second house on his settlement here as well. And yeah, he's starting to get quite a few villagers there, or gatherers on wood. And there it is. The age up is in, and you get access to a healing spring that you can put down wherever you want. And just by the way, guys, if you are new to this and you're not too sure about how Age of Mythology works with the major gods, with like Loki, for example, basically Loki gets really sort of buffed hersers. When hersers, which are basically your god unit, when they are in combat, they will randomly spawn myth units. And they don't have to be, I don't believe they have to be myth units from the gods that you've aged up with, but I can't say for sure. And the thing that I love is that all the hersers have unique names. We have Magnus Manyhammer. I love that. I love that. What a name. Something interesting here. Wow, I didn't even notice this in the game. He has a cheeky barracks here, or longhouse, on the south part next to that settlement as well. And now he's starting to sort of fortify this settlement here and block it in so I can't actually build on it, which is kind of crazy. So let's have a look at production. That's quite crucial. We do see dwarves coming in for both me and Sartil. I'm just going with hersers. He's going for hersers. Quite kind of standard here. Scores are relatively even. He does have a troll. I have my hersers here. This is going to be a great pick-off for me here to be able to grab and nab this troll here. And I already see him sort of going for hersers here. We are going to trade a little bit. And I do manage to get another Herser out. I've pretty much got Hersers. Oh, no, I'm actually training them. I was about to say, I didn't know whether or not I had them as sort of just on auto queue. Auto queue feature in this game is great. I love the auto queue. Some people hate it. They think it's making the game casual. But I like it because I'm terrible at making villagers from like town centers. In any of the Age of Empires games, I'm terrible. There is the pop of the Valkyrie. And the Valkyrie is definitely not one of the Forsetti age up. So yes, you do get them from different ones, but unfortunately I'm going to lose my Valkyrie here. I should have microed that a little bit better and just got her out of there, but unfortunately not. And you can see I'm just getting more hersers, and I am going to retreat back here. Going to be dropping down a longhouse close to the town center here, and I can't believe I didn't even know about this longhouse right here. That is that's crazy. It looks like he's going to be putting a longhouse now next to his temple. We do see throwing axemen now coming in for myself. So this is where my kind of RTS brain is whirring round. I'm thinking to myself, right, what counters hersers? He's hitting me with hersers. What do I do? Axemen is the way forward. And Sartil here is putting down an armory. And I always forget about armories in this game and when to build them, when to get upgrades. I didn't even know until recently that you need an armory to get into the heroic age, which is the third age. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, just me being a complete noob at this game. But I'm really, really enjoying it, and hopefully I'm going to be able to provide you guys more content, especially with Retold. Anyway, here we go. So their Pierce armor is pretty low for hersers, so our throwing axemen here are going to be able to do a pretty good job, and we're going to be able to chase him down. I've also managed to get out some Ulfsarks because I'm anticipating that he's potentially going to go Cav. I got a feeling that he might try and train Cav. We do see that he is just going to continue going axemen here rather than going Cav. And I'm going to be able to try and trade with him. And my hersers on the back line, the good old micro, the RTS brains there, going to split off and grab those trolls. They're going to go down. Fantastic. And hopefully we're going to get some mythic units or mythological units are going to spawn here shortly. And there we go. They are getting taken down. Very, very nice. And now we are really on the front foot now, ladies and gents. We're looking pretty darn good. We're pushing on this base. It's happening. He is actually getting some upgrades. He got the, I think that was the hack armor upgrade there for his units. And unfortunately, he's not going to be able to do much. So I think he's going to retreat back here. He's got a lot of a lot of units here, and I think he's... Yeah, we're currently still sort of the same score. What's interesting is he has a longhouse down here, but he's not actually using it for anything at the moment. He's going to try and get out a few more units, and he's actually going to be trying to go for the age up now. He's going to retreat back. Look at these 2 pops of the... we do see a pop of the Iron Herja, or Herja, I think that is. And he is going to be aging up with the Bragi here, or Bragi, which improves your Ulfsarks. So he's going to be going up with that. And we are going to be able to continue to clear this up. Let's have a look at units overall here. So yeah, 23 villagers he has. I only have 15. I'm really bad at making vills. My eco is not as good here. But we are on now the offensive. We do have... no, we only have 3 dwarves. Oh, wait, no. Yeah. I've just got nothing. I've got nothing, guys. I've got nothing left. But we are on the offensive. That's the main thing. And we're managing to take down that longhouse, which is great. I still don't have an armory down. And look, we can see he's starting to get copper mail in. So that's going to increase hack armor, which is quite nice. Something that I always forget. And I'm just going to start to build houses on the front line here and start to take this down. Score gap is looking pretty good for me right now. Going to be able to clear up another Hersa. Good night. Let's have a look and see what Sartil is thinking about. He's going to continue. I've got a lot of idols here. Look at this. Look at this. What am I doing? Get moving. My idols. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. Especially because I come from an RTS background. That is embarrassing. But we do see that he's actually managing to get out on here, which is nice. This map has a lot of hunts. A lot of hunts. There's hunts here. There's hunts here. There's all the hunts in the middle of the map. And what I found is that a lot of these games, if you have water on the map, if you have the ability to fish, you have to always do it. Whereas in a lot of other Age of Empires games, that's not always the case. You don't always have to go on the water. But pretty much what I've been told is with Age of Mythology, you've got to go on water. You have to do it. Now, Sartil has managed to age up. I've just dropped a watchtower here. I want to progress forward, and I'm going to start to take out his 3 houses. Look at that. The pop of the Valkyrie there from the Hersas. And this is the thing. Just even using Hersas to attack buildings will proc this, which is really, really nice. And let's have a look at Sartil now. What is he doing? He does have a battle boar. And to see, this is not the right thing. Like getting economic upgrades when you're being pushed like this, I'm not entirely sure. But he's going for the hand axe. He's going for the pickaxe. And he's now actually going to be getting a market down, which is really weird because he's got a gold mine here and one here. And he's starting to build a market. There it is. And remember, markets work like they do in Age of Empires 2 and 4, where the longer you are away from the market from your TC, when you make caravans, they will generate sort of coin for you. So it's your way of getting infinite coin in the game, basically. So normally it's a later game thing, I'm pretty certain. So that is kind of a strange thing for Sartil to be doing, but don't worry. We're going to be just walking along here, having a little look, see what we can find. Let's put the Fog of War on here. We can just see my view lock here. Just see what I'm doing. Going to have a little nosy around here to see what we find. And we don't actually spot these vills here, which is kind of huge for Sartil. It doesn't actually get them spotted. But look at this. Fantastic. There's nothing there for the boar. And we are going to be saying goodnight to the boar here, ladies and gents. So many Hersas are going to descend upon it. We do see a hill fort trying to go up here. But there's not enough military units here to build it. He does drop the healing spring. He's going to try and use it. But that boar is going to go down. And we're looking in a pretty decent position. Ladies and gents, another Valkyrie spawning for me as well. And that all goes down. And we're just going to continue to push and work on this base here. And there it is. Boom. First game on the ranked ladder, first win. Absolutely insane. I was absolutely buzzing. Don't worry, guys. Some of you would say, oh, that's sus. That's really, really sus. Don't worry, because after this, I played like 3 or 4 games and I lost all of them. I lost all of them pretty decisively as well, even though they were around the same rank as Sartil. As I mentioned, I am around like 1530, something like that. That is on the extended edition. It isn't on the Voobly edition. I'm going to stay on here for a little bit, probably. Practice a bit more, get used to the game, and then I might decide about going to the more competitive side with Voobly in that. But as always, guys, make sure to let me know what you think. We are just going to have a quick look at the post game here. So economy-wise, he was really, really good. He had 34 vills against my 29. Way more food, slightly more wood, a ton more gold. I always forget to create mythological units with favor. That's what I always forget. I always forget it because, you know, the hearses will generate them randomly. So I tend not to do it, but you should do it. You can see I had way more military here. Didn't lose as many buildings. Improvements as well. Look at this research. He's had way more research than me. He was getting in that eco as well. And then you can see the military unit population there, and also the all resources as well. So there we go, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this casted game. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about it. Any tips or tricks for me would be fantastic. And let me know if you want to see more of this action of Age of Mythology on my channel. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next video or the next stream. Catch you later. Bye.